Secrets on the road, virtual threat, keystroke kill, identity hidden I fulfill. Cyber assassin, that's my prowl. Codes in hand, you'll fall. Hack and strike, chaos I make. Cyber realm, my domain to take.
Tonight I want to speak in the dark. Because of what has been going on in the last week or so here. I have been cutting ties. I have been continuing to speak to those who I have felt have wronged me or that I have wronged, and spilling the truth unfiltered. I've been sharing with those who I care about and those who I don't care about, just to bring to light the things that have been in the dark. And what I'm finding is it's as if drawing poison from a wound. When you speak the dark things that are in your mind to the people that are attached to them, yes, it's ugly. It is seemingly mean. And in the moment, it can be both. It can be awful to say the things that you hide inside, that you keep either from harming yourself or harming others. But in the wake, the freedom, even not only just of yourself, but those who you harbor the emotions and feelings towards, it's freeing for them as well, because it allows you to release the poison that sits and slowly poisons you. It poisons your relationship with them. It causes connections to be unfelt. It breaks bonds. It keeps you from what you should not be separate from. So I've been calling people and speaking to my family and speaking to my kids, and I've been saying the things that I once felt I was being a grown adult and saving and not sharing. I felt it was stronger to hold it in and to shield them from what seemed to only be my burden. But wow, in the releasing and the exposing of the underbelly, the deep, dark, festering wounds, when spoken out loud and shared. Go inside. Go. Come. Come in. This dickhead wants to have his fucking dog off the leash. We've already spoken of this a few times. Let's find out if we need to teach a lesson today. Because some days are lesson days. Some days are real hard lesson days. I'm one of those people willing to teach lessons to those who are unwilling to learn them on their own. And sometimes teaching people lessons that they are unable or unwilling to learn on their own is just. It is a very responsible thing to do. Because every once in a while, people don't understand the peril they put themselves in. They don't understand the depths of other people and where they have been or where they're willing to go. We people are foolish, frail creatures who see others as we see ourselves. And we fail to see the abilities, the the far distance of limitations that we ourselves see are not the limitations of others. They're far-fetched from the limitations of those who we do not understand. Some people don't see borders and boundaries the way that most others do. For some, limitation is only something that other people hold true. What are limits? What are bounds but the expectations that others have set upon us and that we have imposed on ourselves through learning and accepting what we have learned? But is that real? Are they true? Just because one has a limitation, does that mean it is yours? I'm more inclined to believe not, as I have broken so many boundaries that others have accepted. I have achieved successes and achievements that others wouldn't even dream of. When people say impossible, I typically say, just hasn't been done yet. Nobody's put effort or thought into it sufficient to overcome. We used to say things the same of flight, of engineering marvels, the things that humans have been able to build and conceive. What we're capable of doing with pure electricity is a marvel, akin to magic. In the realm of medicine, there are capabilities that are akin to the divine, powers of God, in a sense. They used to say, sufficient technology is indiscernible from magic. If you know not how it works, then it is the same as magic. But once you understand the mechanisms, the inner workings, and you understand that boundaries are accepted expectations that are there only in your mind to hold and can be let go of and changed at will, then you start to feel freedom. You start to understand how it is truly within ourselves where we become free. What we allow ourselves to believe and perceive and understand is a consequence of what we focus and spend our energy and intention upon. Sufficient energy, effort, and attention can bend and change what can and will be. It is a superpower, this understanding of the capability of manifestation by man. It is what God meant when he said that we are like God, we are creators, we have divine power of creation within us, just as God does. We create life, and we also create from our imagination into reality. Our perception is a consequence of thought first, and thought born of intent and will becomes reality. The bending of it is merely stepping outside of what the larger collective of humanity has accepted as what is the baseline boundaries of what is real. It doesn't mean that it is truly the boundaries of what is real. Only if you play along with the group. If you want to get along and be a part of the larger collective, then you are accepting their limitations in reality. But it is a choice. It is a choice to limit yourself to fit. It is a choice to agree to be assimilated and accepted. Because those who reach outside of the bounds are never accepted by the larger whole. They've always been cast out as pariahs, as witches. Just because they're not understood, they don't fit. They don't stick to the rules. Because people are scared. They're scared of power. It's easier when you don't have to think, when you don't have to own, when you don't have to accept that you are empowered and the larger happenings in the world and in your life are truly expressions of your inner self. These expressions of the inner self to the outside, when shared, they stay within the bounds. But when you divine from the inside and spirit alone, excluding the larger collective, that's where you start to reach a point of divergence, a point of creation that tends to the world of magic. There are steps that I've been following in these becoming the epsilon, the 0 point. The place of selflessness is necessary because the self needs assimilation. It needs to be accepted. It needs to be recognized. It is the part of the ego that needs to be fed. But in that 0 point where spirit is in charge, the flesh does follow the will of spirit. And it is not evil or ill. It is just evolved. It's an evolved state of being. It's an evolved state of perception. It's a place where freedom, true freedom, is found. And I see this as the reason for the Templars and witches and basically all occult practicing groups being forced into shadow and hunted and destroyed. Because can you imagine a world of empowered people who don't need rulers? Who are capable of self-evolution, self-creation? It's not a scary thing for people. It's a scary thing for people owners, those who rule us, those who guide us, those who create our world and tend it, and within their mortal and physical realm bounds, feel that they own this world and the things in it. Well, they would lose their grasp if people understood the power we hold within. I believe this is the true reason they killed Jesus. He was teaching people of their sovereignty, and for this he was killed. As anyone who teaches people to be free and strong and to be empowered always has been and always is set apart, divided, chased away, or destroyed. Look at history. If you don't follow the larger narrative of the controllers, you are separated.